Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I've been posting Christian blogs for 11 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Genesis 4 verses 17 to 26. Here's the word of God. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. When he built a city, he called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad fathered Mehujael, and Mehujael fathered Methushael, and Methushael fathered Lamech. And Lamech took two wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. Adah bore Jabal, and he was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and pipe. Zillah also bore Tubal-cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-cain was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, "Hear my voice, you wives of Lamech. Listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain's revenge is sevenfold, then Lamech's is 77-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and called his name Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. To Seth also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. At that time, people began to call upon the name of the Lord." Genesis 4, 17 to 26. Excuse me. Here's the poem I wrote inspired by those verses. More descendants for Adam and Eve. When Cain left Eden and settled in the land of Nod, he bore Enoch and also built a city which he named after his son. Enoch bore Irad, and then Mehujael fathered Methushael. Lamech was born from Methushael and his wife. Lamech had two wives, and one of them gave him Jabal and Jubal, while the other wife gave birth to Tubal-cain and daughter Naamah. At this time Eve gave birth to another son, Seth, who also bore Enosh. This was the beginning of people calling upon the name of the Lord. It is interesting. Here's my essay. It is interesting to hear an account of the first people after Cain and Abel, and what the aftermath of Cain's murder brought about. Humans were multiplying in number, and yet the aftermath of Cain's murder of Abel is being carried out to his descendants. This sinful nature is passed on to his children. Reflection. Why do you think genealogies are included in the Bible? It's interesting. I know when I get to the point when I'm reading the Bible and I get all this genealogy, you seem to think that they're just names. But for each of the name that was given to them, you will see the hand of God in it. You will see that no matter either good or bad people come out of of humankind, God is still there. He is in control. So I think it's good to recognize our origin, where we come from, because before I became a born-again Christian, I did not know why I was doing the things I was doing that was passed on to me for generations. It is good to find out, like now we have all this all these things that can bring us back to our ancestry, the ancestry.com, because it's interesting to find out the kind of work that they were interested in, their illnesses, their lifestyle, their how you came about. In other words, history is important. because in history we'll be able to see the patterns of our ancestry. So here we see the pattern of Cain being passed on to Lamech after so many generations, and we see that it multiplied, the sins of the murder multiplied even up to the descendants of Lamech. So it's important for us to recognize that genealogy in the Bible is speaking actually of who God is and how he hold in his hand humankind. And even in our own families, like in my case, I have gone through a lot of traumas, and yet God's hand is still in my life. And I'm 64 this year, and still, I still now understand, because when I started reading the Bible, I understand now more or less what happened to me and how I could go through the healing process of leaving it to God's control and not in my own. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ILMA'S.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I can make more videos for the Lord. And if you haven't already, check my over 3,000 videos I've done in 11 years I've been doing this. Just type on Google or YouTube search ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.